In a small town in the interior of Brazil, there was a house that was known to be haunted. The house sat on top of a hill and was surrounded by dense forest. The story went that many years ago, a couple had tragically died in the house. The husband had murdered his wife and then committed suicide. Since then, the house was abandoned, and no one dared to approach it. One day, two young people, called Pedro and Anya, decided to explore the haunted house. They were curious and liked horror stories.
I don't believe in this haunted house story.
But everyone says it's true.
I think it's just an urban legend.
I don't know. I'm a little scared.
You do not have to be afraid. I will stay with you.
Okay.
Pedro and Ana said goodbye to their friends and started walking through the forest. The forest was dark and silent, and the wind was blowing hard, making the trees sway. The young people walked for some time until they finally arrived at the house. The house was old and abandoned, the windows broken and the walls covered in moss. Pedro and Ana looked at the house, afraid.
It's even scarier than I imagined.
Let's go.
Pedro and Ana entered the house. The house was dark and quiet, and the musty smell was strong. The young people walked down the hall, careful not to make any noise. They were afraid of waking the spirit of the murdered couple. Suddenly, they heard a noise. They stopped and heard the noise again. The noise seemed to come from one of the bedrooms. Pedro and Ana were scared, but decided to investigate. They walked to the bedroom and looked inside. The room was dark, but Pedro and Ana could see a shadowy figure standing on the bed. The figure was looking at them with eyes full of hate. Pedro and Ana screamed in fear and ran out of the house. They ran through the woods without stopping until they reached the car.
What was that?
I don't know. But I think we saw the spirit of the murdered couple.
I'll never forget about this.
Pedro and Ana returned to the city, traumatized by what they had seen. They never returned to the haunted house, and they never spoke about what had happened. To this day, the house on the hill remains abandoned, and no one knows what really happened there.